Welcome boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth, this is SlothForge, and thanks for stopping by on today's video. Now today will not be the usual Sloth guide, but instead I want to showcase you the 6 teams that I've been using, or that I'm planning to use on the Continental Challenge. Because there are so many different teams out there, and even if you don't have the exact same heroes that I am using in those teams, I'm still very confident that those teams will help you, because I'm not only sharing the teams, but also giving you some tips and tricks and just sharing the strategies in general that I've been using to face those 6 Continental Challenges. And now let's get into this. And as you can see, I've already locked in 2 teams because I had such a good RNG. I just had to lock those results in, and because they were too good. First team is my wild team, my Vinyara wild team. As you can see, it is straightforward. Actually, this is like the normal Vortex team, but instead of Adolphus, I've been using Yorn. Many other people are using Brody instead of Yorn, this epic pirate hero, and they have like nearly the same results as I have. So no need to use Yorn, but it worked very fine for me. Now, I don't think that it's needed to explain this team in depth, because so many people out there made already a guide about this particular team. So yeah, I don't think that it is that important to showcase this team in depth. Now I can show you the gear real quick, but as I said, it's nothing special actually when it comes to this team. You want the same rotation for those 4 heroes as always, and then for Yorn, you want him to use his ultimate straight directly after the Vasska boss, not Vasska, but the Vinyara boss uses her first skill, so that you cleanse those damage reduction buff that she places on herself. You want to cleanse them with Yorn. This is the main reason why we are using Yorn. But as I said, you could also use Brody and just use Brody to cleanse those shields instead, and it works absolutely fine as well. Now the second team, my Vasska team. And as you can see, this is nothing new when it comes to this Vasska team. Now this team is around for the last 2 weeks. Many people already used it, and I think there are also some guides when it comes to this team. But those guides, they are quite different actually, because there are so many different skill timings when it comes to the Vasska boss. And yeah, the Vasska boss, to perfectly tune your team, to perfectly sync your team for Vasska, it is not that easy. And I tried this for a couple of hours and I did not succeed as well. But I came up with a little trick that helped me a lot. So it made the big difference for me to jump from around 500 million up to 550 million. And yeah, but before I show you the trick, let me show you the team real quick, the gear once again real quick. So just so you have a general idea of how I've built them, what sets they are using, and what artifacts they are using, also the talents. But now, first, one thing to mention when it comes to Levanis is that actually, as you can see, I'm using 4 one-piece mythical sets, but this is not the best in slot set when it comes to Levanis. And by the way, the ancestral guidance set is absolutely not needed as well, because she has no problem to stay alive, absolutely no problem. So I'm only using this piece because it is my strongest attack percentage chest on my account. This is why I'm using this piece, but there are definitely better set effects for your Levanis. And as I said, the best in slot set actually for your Levanis is the Heart of the Gambler set, because of this amazing 3-piece effect. Every single time that your Levanis triggers a critical hit, she has a 35% chance of dealing additional damage. Now, the additional damage that she deals is not that much, something between 35,000 to 40,000, but it is all about her battle skill. And as you can see, her battle skill, it hits 12 times, it attacks 12 times, and it is an extremely good area as well. So there are up to 13 targets on the board, those 10 normal ads, then those 2 bowmasters in the background, in the back row, and the main boss. So overall 13 targets that she can hit with this battle skill. Every single target 12 times. So as you can see, it's like nearly, or it's more than 150 times, 150 hits every single time that she is using the battle skill. And it has only like an 8-second cooldown if you have no skill haste on her. So this is why, without a doubt, the Gambler set is the best in-slot set for your Lelvanas. Just because she hits so many times and she will proc this effect so often. And it helps you just to deal way more damage. But if you don't have a good Gambler set like I do, you can use those one-piece mythical sets as well, and they are absolutely fine too. Now let me show you this one trick that I've been using to perfectly sync my team. Because as I said, it is very hard to find the perfect timings, but it helps you so much if they have the perfect timing. Because there are up to 13 targets, and in the perfect case, you want to apply the defense down on every single of those targets, and also to hit every single target with your Lelvanas ultimate. And it is extremely hard to manage your team to do this, but there is a trick, a super easy trick, which makes this so smooth and so easy. And I want to show this to you real quick. But there are some important things to note. The first extremely important thing is that you have to wait a little bit. You have to wait until your Lelvanas transformed. But now she transformed, and after she transformed, you go down to 1x speed, because you need some time, or you want to perfectly sync this. So it is just easier at 1x speed. And then you turn off Borish, Ursula's, and Lelvanas ultimate. You just turn them off, and then you wait. You wait until the exact second where the Vasska boss is using her first skill. Right at the moment where she is using her first skill, there should be those 10 adds on the board and those 2 bowmasters or bow skeletons in the background as well. So this is the perfect time to use Borish ultimate, because then he can hit all those 12 targets plus the boss with the defense penalty. So the exact second that those 2 adds in the back row spawn, then you activate Vorish. And while Vorish is in his animation, you already activate Ursula's ultimate. So right when the exact moment that Vorish is finished with casting, Ursula's will cast his ultimate. And while Ursula's is in his animation, you already activate Lelvanas ultimate. And that's it. From now on, you are in perfect sync. But important to note, I think I forgot to mention this, all of those 3 heroes, they need a recast timing of 18 seconds. So you want 1 hero in your team with the Puppeteer's Inspiration set, and you want some skill haste on your Vorish. Or you could also use the Puppeteer's Inspiration set on Vorish as well. This works perfectly fine as well. As long as you are able to manage an 18 seconds recast timer on those 3 heroes, it is perfectly fine, and you will, from now on, for the next 4 minutes of the whole fight, you will always use your skills on the perfect time to maximize your damage. And every single one of those defense penalties matters. And it also matters so much if your Lelvanas is hitting 5, 10, or 12 of those targets with her ultimate as well. So this is why this timing helped me so much to deal so much more damage, and I really hope that it helps you as well. Now, if you have any further questions, if you did not understand what I've been trying to explain, let me know in the comments below, and I will try to explain it there once again. But now let me show you the other 4 teams real quick. And there is another very important thing to note, that it is extremely hard to build a Frost and Ice team that can reach the 200 million mark. I was not able to do so, and I've tried it for some hours. But yeah, I was not able to create a Frost team. So I did what most people do as well. I have to use one element twice. And the element that I'm going to use twice is the poison element, just because there are so many strong poison damage dealers. And just the poison faction in general, the poison element, the poison debuff in general, is just very strong when it comes to those boss contents. So this is why for Thelendor and Tamar, I am using poison teams. First, let me show you my Thelendor team. As you can see, this is my Thelendor team. I can hit those 200 million. It is close, Sometimes it's like 2 million more. Sometimes it's only like 199 million. But yeah, I reached the 200 million mark with this team, and this is all that I cared for. Now, if you see this team and you are like, well, yeah, I don't have Lothar, this is actually not the end of the world, because you can use this team, or you can recreate this team, and instead of Lothar, you could also use Thalia, for example, because she is also a very, very strong damage dealer. And apart from that, now yes, here this team is also using Shink. I think the red is called Shink, but I had slightly better results with now, what is he called? This rare dude here, Dench. I had slightly better results with Dench than with Shink, because Dench just applies a little bit more poisons, but I think that Shink works absolutely fine as well. And Shink is a little bit better, or Shink can apply the defense penalty with the Witch Remains, what Dench cannot. He cannot apply defense penalty because he only deals derivative damage on his ultimate, and therefore he cannot apply the defense penalty from the Witch Remains. So this is why, those are just some different iterations of this team. But yeah, it is like my second team. It's not the A team, it's the B team. Just to reach the 200 million mark, which is extremely hard. And there are other teams out there that can do this as well. But this is the team that I've been using. And the main reason why I've built this team is because of my Tamar team. My Tamar team is using Twitch. As you can see, Twitch deals very good amounts of damage. He's an extremely strong hero. And this is why you want to build a team around Twitch when it comes to Tamar, because he can reach way more than the 200 million damage. And yeah, this is why you want, in the best case scenario, 2 poison teams. One is built around Twitch, and the other team is just built around either Thalia, Lothar, or maybe even Durango alone, if he is built very good. He could probably do this as well. So now I showed you the screenshots of those 2 teams. Now let me show you those teams real quick as well. Oh, and there's one very important thing to mention as well. Now, when it comes to this team, to my Tamar team, I did not create this team on my own. I've got inspired for this team by, now I'm definitely going to pronounce this name wrong, Livenarrow? Livenarrow? I'm not sure, I'm so sorry. He's like one of the mods from the official Discord, and he shared this team. He also made a video about this team, and I will put the link for his video in the description below, so you can definitely check his team out as well. His team is way better than mine is actually. He's using first Elminster instead of Ogok, which is a little bit better, because he provides also an Enlightenment aura, which just helps you to deal more damage. And also just, yeah, his account is a bit better. He has a bit, or at least his Enlightenment gear. His Twitch is so strong. He has a very strong Twitch, but apart from that, those teams are relatively similar. Yeah, but you should definitely check out his video as well. So this is the team, the first team, my Tamar team. Those are the skill timings, as you can see. And yeah, the gear sets and the artifacts, you can see them here. And my second team, my B team, my Thelendor team, is using those sets, those artifacts, and the skill timing. You can see them here real quick in case you want to copy them. Now, and if you are using Thalia, you just can use Thalia instead of Lothar, and it should work absolutely fine as well. I'm very confident about this. So now those are my first 4 teams. Now let me show you my Twitch team as well real quick before we are finished with today's video actually. For my Twitch team, I'm using Rally. And yes, this is the Rally team that I am using. This is the positioning that I am using. It is very hard to get a perfect positioning for the Twitch boss because they deal very good amounts of damage with their ultimate. It has a very good range. It applies also those poisons, and yeah, as I just said, Twitch is very good at dealing damage. Also, if you are against Twitch as a boss. And now, yes, I am using Mithrasia here in this team, but she's absolutely not recommended, or not needed. There are better heroes. I don't have Gillian, sadly, but she is the best in slot healer for this team, without a doubt, because she's ranged, because she heals very good amounts. She can cleanse debuffs and also place the debuff immunity. So Jillian is definitely better than Mithrasia for the Twitch boss. If you don't have Jillian, you could also use Acilia actually. If you use Acilia, but you have to place her something like this. You want your Acilia to be in the back row, so that once the battle starts, she cannot move. As you can see, now she cannot move. And this is what we want. We want her to stay in the back row, because if she moves forward, she's the only ranged hero in this team, we cannot use her battle skill. And we want her battle skill. We need all of this healing. We need a good healer for this team. And this is why she is not the best in slot hero for this team, but she is very strong as well. But as I said, Jillian, way better. Way, way better for this team. And I think that I've mentioned everything when it comes to this team. I can show you those skill timings really quick. As you can see, it's relatively straightforward. They have all the recast timer on default, just because your rally heroes, they cycle so fast through their skills. So this is why we have a default recast timer for them, just so that they can maximize the damage output. And apart from that, I think I've mentioned everything when it comes to this team. If I forget something, let me know in the comments below. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments below. And oh yeah, one thing very important to note, now I remember, is that you don't want to place any hero in one of those two rows. You want all your heroes in the two back rows, so that then, once the battle starts, those two Twitch heroes in the back row, they move one step forward. And this one step forward is very important, so that your Alton can now hit everyone with his ultimate. It seems like it is a full AoE ultimate, but it is not full AoE actually. For some reason, for most other heroes that have an ultimate like this, it is actually full AoE. But for Alton, he does not apply the defense penalty if the Twitch bosses don't move one step forward. So yeah, this is why you have to place all your heroes in those two rows. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today's video. I know that I did not show you my Khrysos team, whatever he is called, because my Khrysos team is extremely bad. But I can just show you in theory how it will look like really quick. It will be something like this. Soother here and Nathaniel to keep them all alive. And that's it pretty much. Nothing too special when it comes to this team. We want... No, this is wrong. Soother here. Now, this is the team that we will going to use for the Khrysos boss. Soother with the Witch Remains, so she applies the defense penalty debuff. And apart from that, all of those heroes pretty much, yeah, as you would expect them to be built. Evelios with high enlightenment, Tarivol with as much crit rate as possible and good attack. Nastyanka just as well, good crit rate, enough crit damage. That's it. And Nathaniel as well with good defensive stats, and also as much enlightenment as possible, so that his shields and his heals are as good as possible. And for the artifact for Nathaniel, we want the vest, the Aurelium vest. And well, that's it. This is my my Dauntless team, but as I said, it can barely reach 205 million. This is just because Dauntless in general is not that strong for Continental Challenge as well, because they don't have those burst mechanics. So you cannot abuse the strategy to burst right before you are at the 200 million mark. You just deal your damage over and over, so you cannot burst. So this is why they are a little bit weaker than the other elements, than the other factions are. But they are still absolutely very strong. And if you have Nastyanka and her exclusive artifact, then you will deal way more damage here as well. Then you will probably reach something between 230 to 250 million with this team. But without the artifact, you will probably not reach way more than 210 million in the best case. Probably, I think. I'm not 100% sure about this, but yeah, if you have another Dauntless team that performs better than 210 million, please let me know in the comments below. I'm as always very, very interested in your opinions. But well, that's it for today's video. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah, it was very important for me to show you all those strategies, all those teams, just to explain to you what I've been doing on those teams. And well, if you have any further questions, if you want to add something, or yeah, if you just did not understand something, whatever, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested in your opinions and your feedback. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.